So much shit goes over my head.
I'm not saying anything. We try to warn you, but
Yeah. Work with a coon ass, man. Jesus.
No, they're doing the recount, which is just hilarious. This kind of shit only happens with the Democrats.
Pretty much. By the way, I hit the button.
Oh, great. Hey, guys.
What? I didn't even get a warning.
No, I didn't know that it was going to work quite as well as it worked. So.
Oh, yeah, I did. Whoops. Now it comes through on my computer. Exit that out. Theme of the night: small crowds for Joe Biden in the Iowa caucus. Well, that's what you get when Joe Biden tells people to vote for somebody else. There's literally Michael Barbario said Biden is on the verge of not being viable at the Johnson precinct number 2 caucus in round 1. His supporters seemed crushed.
Well, no, Joe Biden knows he's signing a death sentence because he's going to get the nod. He's going to get the nod. He's going to get the nomination, and he's going to be forced to take Hillary Clinton as a running mate, and he's going to get JFK'd.
On day 3 after the election.
Pretty much.
You won't even get to.
Oh no, poor Joe Biden has had an aneurysm.
Like by the 9th.
They'll probably wait. They'll probably wait till he's sworn in. But yeah.
No. They don't want that kind of taint to the swearing-in ceremony.
They got to do him like Zachary Taylor.
That's an interesting question. Yeah, that's actually an interesting question. Is he the president if he hasn't been inaugurated? Like, does the 26th Amendment still work that way?
He is. Well, that's a good question. 25th? I think there is a legal ruling on how that plays out because he is the president-elect and the vice president is the vice president-elect. Just because power hasn't transferred, the results of the vote would still be upheld. So they just have to swear in the vice president as the president, and then that president would have to appoint a veep.
Yeah. Biden's gonna know what's up when it's when he gets his first visit from the Secret Service, and they're all 22-year vets. Like, oh, you were all brought in under the Clinton administration? Fuck me. How many of you have been ditched for the Lolita Island? Raise your hand.
Well, and that begs the question: who would Hillary appoint as her veep?
I mean, she'd probably still have to bring back Tim Kaine because of former campaign.
I don't think she'd have to.
Well, former campaign promises. He stepped down from being the chair of the DNC so that Debbie Wasserman Schultz could be put in so she could rig the election for Hillary Clinton.
That's true.
So, president become president, it's the same go around. Not that I give a shit about Tim Kaine either way.
Who? Oh, he's the one with the Antifa son.
Is he?
Yeah, his son got.
You were joking about who Tim Kaine is, right?
Right.
You know he was.
I know who he is. Yes, but yeah, his son got arrested for doing Antifa antics in 2016.
Speaking of sons getting arrested, how's Jeff Flake doing?
Oh yeah, that's right. His son's a flat out racist piece of shit. Because
I can't even say his name on here without getting booted.
Their whole Eric Ciamella? That guy?
No, his Twitter name.
Oh.
Jeff Flake's son?
Yeah.
Hey, Alex. Look at that, a devoted watcher.
Leave a comment. Yeah, Alex. Alex is always here, both weeks.
Hey, we start talking about 80s and 70s shit. She's gonna get hog wild in the live chat again.
I was actually. I had a bitch because Riper posted about boomer guns, and it had the Mini 30 from A Team. And I was like, hey, I really like that gun. Shut up. The stainless steel with the side folding stuff. Shut up, man. I like that gun.
Yeah, that's the shit.
It was. I mean, it never hit anything, but still the shit.
It was cool to look at.
I mean, the A Team never killed nobody.
It was Apex technology of the time, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a TV show, so they didn't shoot anybody.
Okay, so
What?
are you guys familiar with the Philadelphia Flyers mascot?
What's his face? I saw this. I'm sure I know what you're about to talk about. It's the weird looking one, right? I forget his name.
Yeah, it's a big orange furry monster. His name's Gritty.
Floopy
Okay.
or
Gritty.
Gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Gritty, yeah. Okay, so the thing is that the Tankies have really taken a liking to Gritty, and they've put him in a lot of really bad memes. So they've kind of adopted Philly as the tanky Antifa leftist mascot, right? So there's a headline in Twitter Moments right now that says NHL mascot Gritty is cleared of criminal wrongdoing in an alleged assault incident.
Yeah, I saw that.
What now?
They're saying he was accused of assaulting a 13-year-old.
Well.
Shakira appears to have dressed as her Zootopia character for her Super Bowl halftime performance.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but
Who? What?
Shakira?
Dancing is spot on.
She was like a kind of like a elk or like an eyeback or something like that for
Oh yeah, in Zootopia.
Zootopia. Yeah, like a mini skirt and a top, and she wore that for the halftime show.
Yeah. Which, in watching the halftime show, I'm pretty sure what the NHL does, or the NFL does, and Pepsi, is they record a dress rehearsal of the actual event, and they broadcast clips of intersparsing clips of the recorded event that they did in dress rehearsal with the live one, because there are some really fast, rapid changes in costume and positioning that cannot have happened live on stage based on what was shown during the live broadcast. That being said, there was a moment where both Shakira and J-Lo were shaking their asses for the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Best part of the whole Super Bowl.
I actually skipped over that part, but I caught it during Shapiro's show today. And they had it on like a loop, so that was nice.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
All right, critical moment: Shakira or J-Lo? You can
Yes,
only pick
please.
one.
No, my
You
answer
know?
is yes. My
No,
answer is
you can
yes.
only pick one.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Mary, 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 Shakira, J-Lo, go. Now, that's not even a proportionate. It doesn't make sense at all.
Actually, neither one of them are what I would consider my type, but they're both phenomenally attractive.
Yeah, I actually kind of do like Shakira. It's just
I like Shakira. I haven't seen J-Lo in years, though.
J-Lo looks great. You got to remember, she's 50.
Mm-hmm. Well, Shakira's not that far behind her. She's, what, 44, 45?
Is she even that old? Well, I got to look that up now.
Yeah. I'm going to get you on that track.
Ask her hips. I hear they don't lie.
Hey, I just said that.
She is 43.
Uh-huh. I knew she was in there.
Yeah, she looks fantastic for 43. I would have pegged her at like late 20s, early 30s.
Oh, no, dude. She was getting big at least 10 years ago, if not further.
Well,
yeah,
no, I know for a
kind
fact.
of figured she was getting big when she was in, late teens, early 20s. So
No. She had to escape Colombia. That adds 5 years to you.
okay.
The escape does take time.
That is correct, Alex. When you can belly dance like that, that's where skill comes into play.
Yeah, my wife was talking during the halftime, so she's like, "I should do that." I'm like, "Yes, you should. You should do that immediately. Start taking lessons right now."
Well, wait. Which one are you going to choose? Pole dancing or belly dancing?
Yes.
God
Again,
damn it.
these are easy. These are easy answers. The answer is yes.
I would have a feeling that belly dancing would be easier if you're toned. Now, if you're not, you can just go straight
No,
to pole
because
dancing.
almost every belly dancer you see has got some extra tonnage on her. Like there are a lot of plump belly dancers, and they think they're sexy. And it's not that they're not sexy; it's just that they would be a lot sexier if they weren't carrying around the freshman 15, as it were.
But aside from that, I think you got it backwards. I think it would be easier to belly dance with extra weight than pole dance with extra weight.
Yes,
There's more of a battle of gravity pole dancing, unless you're just going around in a circle.
It's is it the one-legged?
I sure shit.
I mean, it's the one-legged. What's the analogy? God damn it!
Kicker in an ass-kicking contest? What?
No. It's the
one-legged what?
The one-legged lap dancer. You might not be the best. You can do it, but you won't be the best.
I don't go to strip clubs during the daytime.
You should. That's when you meet all the interesting ones.
Shakira is half Colombian, half Lebanese. So maybe she was taught at home. I don't know.
Alex, I was told by a reliable source that if you they will teach you how to belly dance as well. That's a good alternative. And you don't need a passport.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, can we talk about commercials?
Might as well.
I missed them, but sure. Why not? Let's. For those of you paying for your YouTube Red, just tune out or whatever. I mean, we're not going to play the commercials, but apparently we're going to talk about commercials.
Hey, man, that's the best part.
I only saw one.
Regardless, well, unless the Saints are playing, the commercials are the best part.
I enjoyed the game. Actually, it was one of the most entertaining football games I've watched in probably a decade, because it was actually close.
I couldn't care.
What happened? What commercials do you want to talk about?
Ah, shit. We could talk about the Amazon one that was, or the Alexa one with Ellen DeGeneres.
I thought it was pretty innocuous.
Yeah, I don't know. It rubbed me kind of wrong. I don't know why, but it did.
All right, let's hear it. What happened?
Yeah, stop making all that damn noise there, Josh.
Hey.
Josh. Put your soup bowl down and talk about it.
Okay, if we're going to talk about one, we're going to talk about Bill Murray, because that was a phenomenal commercial.
Except he did not say don't drive angry, which that needed to be stated.
Yeah. I mean, I like Bill Murray and everything, but I didn't. I saw the commercial from Facebook. I didn't care for it.
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
Like, it had one guy from the movie and his brother. The mayor, Punxsutawney Phil, that was his brother, Brian Doylebury.
Right, but it also had the guy who played Ned from the movie.
Yeah, one guy who's still looking for work constantly.
Well, okay, and what's Andy McDowell up to? Because she should have been in it too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she is now 400 years old, so she's not currently acting until she can get into great grandmother.
She is one of those gals that does not age, like Mary Steenburgen. Like those two, like have looked the same for literally 30 years.
Mm. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Was she in Hudson Hawk?
Mary Steenburgen? Or Andy
No.
McDowell?
Andy McDowell.
I don't recall.
I think she was a love interest in Hudson Hawk.
Let's see.
I know Danielle.
Groundhog Day, 4 weddings and a funeral. Doesn't go back far enough. Hang on. IMDb, where are you? There you
are. Okay. Well, while you're doing that, I will say
yes, she was in Hudson Hawk.
Yeah.
I will say, as per usual, Doritos had a top tier commercial. They usually get around top 3. Which that one was Sam Elliott versus, I don't know, somebody dancing in his mustache.
Lil Nas X. Yeah.
It was? I don't know rappers.
Yeah. I forgot David Caruso was in Hudson Hawk. I remembered Frank Stallone was in Hudson Hawk.
Oh, there was another one. The Rock commercial.
Oh yeah. But that got a lot of good puns. That's just like a classic Super Bowl commercial, man. It was nice to have that.
That was an enjoyable. I mean, it wasn't like it was stellar or anything, but it was an enjoyable one to watch. Yeah,
it was punny.
Yeah, and then at the end, where you're like, when Stallone shows up at the end, he's like, "What? You thought it was going to be me?" And we're like, "No, we know you're not running upstairs anymore, dude."
Well, no. What was not that one? What was the one where
the only one running from the '80s still is Tom Cruise?
What was the one with the guy under a rock, and then it's a guy with his head stuck in the sand and his head up his ass, and
I don't remember which that one was. That one was okay too.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of when you said the Rock.
Hey, poet.
It's a good punny commercial. It's a classic, Super Bowl type of commercial.
Well, probably tomorrow while at work. I'll look up the commercial.
What was I'm still blanking on the one that was a Bud Light commercial along with another one. It was like the Bud Light Night and something else.
Bud Light Night?
Yeah, it's a guy dressed as a knight, but the knight armor has like Bud Light logos all over it.
Oh, it's blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the Bud Light Night now.
Was it Amazon? I don't remember. Fuck.
I doubt it would be Amazon. Those two don't go really well together. Maybe it should be like
Johnsonville Bratwurst. Together. That's the funny part. We actually had a few of those. It's like 2 different companies got together to make a commercial.
Well, there was a couple of them that were just a bunch of P&G products that all kind of threw in together.
Oh.
That was a Sofia Vergara one with that had the Old Spice guy, and then there's like 6 or 8 other products that they tossed in there.
Which Old Spice guy? Terry Crews or
The other guy.
Isaiah Mufasa? Or
Isaiah Mufasa or whatever his name is.
Isaiah. Isaiah Mustafa. That's Mufasa is the father of Simba. My bad.
Mufasa. Woo. Say it again. Mufasa. Woo. Scary.
Mufasa.
The Tide commercial with the Charlie, whatever his name is. I thought that one was kind of lame.
Charlie Day or Charlie Sheen?
Day, not Sheen. It'd be nice to see Charlie Sheen crop up in something again. That'd be hilarious.
Well, didn't he just do a commercial?
Yeah, he's doing the best Skeletor impersonation.
Hey, Sean?
What?
Didn't Charlie Sheen just do a commercial with his dad, Martin?
I don't know
It's like
if he
a
did or not.
something or another.
Wasn't on during the Super Bowl.
No. This has been out for a little while.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that was Charlie. I think that was Emilio Estevez.
No, I don't think so. You can look it up. Not care credit. It's something. I don't know. Let me see. Single care. There you go.
Poor Emilio.
No,
Poor
it was
Emilio.
Charlie.
He's doing better than all of them. What are you talking about?
I think Joe Estevez is doing the best.
He certainly has the most credits.
Yeah, he's a good lord. He's got the best credits too. What else do we have for commercials? I didn't watch them. I didn't watch the game. I did an Aliens marathon.
I only saw a few of them, so I had to drive back to Baton Rouge. So
Which is funny because I watched the 4 Aliens of the franchise: Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection, and then I ended up getting a fight.
they had the Hyundai Smart Pack commercial with Chris Evans and John Krasinski.
Captain America Chris Evans or
Yes,
BBC Chris Evans?
No, Captain America Chris Evans, because they're all from Boston. So that I mean, other than Amy Poehler really leaning into her now fake accent, even though she's from Boston, she can't do the accent without really trying. I mean, I thought that was a little bit detracting, but it was nice to see Poppy there, and that was hilarious. So, okay, decent commercial.
No Mark Wahlberg?
No Mark Wahlberg, surprisingly.
All they were missing was Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, and then it'd been a done deal.
Yeah, but those two don't stoop to do commercials.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Damon's been doing cameos for years now.
Let's see. We had the Jason Momoa one with Rocket Mortgage. That one was pretty funny.
I liked that one. I thought that one was pretty good.
And Mountain Dew did one. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, Mountain Dew had
The Shining.
Bryan Cranston. Yeah, redoing The Shining. That one was okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who the gal was that they had in that though. I didn't recognize her at all.
Oh, that's what it was. Now I remember. It was Bud Light and Tide. That was the commercial.
Tracy Ross? Who's
Pie?
Tracy Ross?
Diana Ross's
Bud
daughter.
Light and
That's
Tide.
Diana Ross's daughter?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Know your people, dear.
I guess.
Yeah, I was looking at that like, what the hell is this? They have 2 random fucking companies in one ad.
Well, again, Bud Light is probably. I mean, they teamed up with the Tide thing, so they must be P&G owned. Maybe, I don't know. Who owns Budweiser now? I know they got sold.
I don't know. Alex, what were the other Tide commercials? Because that's the only one I saw.
Oh, there was a ton of them. That was like a running thing. Like almost every ad break, they had at least one with him in it about how he was going to have to wait to fix the stain.
Oh, so that was a running gag throughout the whole thing.
Yeah,
Shit.
through the entire Super Bowl.
InBev.
Well, now
Yeah,
I
but
have
who
to
owns
order.
InBev? Who
order.
owns InBev?
Ah, shit.
I want to say they're a P&G company, but
Yeah.
they're owned out of Belgium?
What about Mr. Peanut?
No,
No, the Mr. Peanut one was lame.
I don't understand that one. Did he die in last year's Super Bowl or something?
No, they killed him off like a couple of weeks ago in a commercial.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like fell off a cliff or something, and then they're just reborn. And basically, everybody's saying that no, they just tried to rebrand him as Baby Yoda, but Baby Peanut instead.
That's stupid.
Oh,
Rich,
I was,
I'm like-
I was worried they were going to go woke with it, man. I was about to get pissed.
Sab Miller.
Stop looking.
Sab Miller owns InBev, Coca-Cola.
So either way, he must have
Right.
had. They probably with how expensive the commercials were. I'm sure that they conglomerated to mitigate costs and still get all their products pimped.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to pay $10 million for 30 seconds, I'm going to squeeze in as much shit as I can. So should we jump on to the two most relevant commercials to this stream?
You mean Trump's and
Bloomberg's, yeah.
yeah. Well, Bloomberg had a couple, technically, with the anti-gun thing.
I literally I'm on Bunny's family plan for RedTube, and I sent her a text this morning because yesterday I was at a neighbor's house, and he's like, "Oh, I got to show you this thing on YouTube," and all 5 of the commercials, 2 videos, 5 fucking commercials, all Bloomberg. So I whipped her a text like, "Hey,
He's spending a lot of money on ad buys.
just wanted to thank you for supporting me on RedTube because I could not have dealt with this level."
I liked the Google commercial for Loretta. They're like the remember this, remember that, remind me this, remind me that. I like that one. It was touching.
Yeah,
They
it
did a
was
good job.
Start doing that now then.
It was Google actually trying to not be evil for once.
Even though they changed their marketing strategy from Do No Evil. They,
Yeah.
Still
The
pretty
Hulu one from Tom Brady was crap because
Yeah, I
Tom
thought
Brady is crap.
But everybody's fucking swooning over it. I don't get it.
Well, chicks dig him. He's good looking.
I guess. It's got to be something.
I don't usually judge the fellas, but all right.
You can say that out loud if you want. That's fine.
Talk shit. Do it.
Huh?
Looks like a big old turd.
You think he looks like a big old turd?
Wait till she sees the new Batman. The guy looks like a foot.
His ego is probably the size of his turd.
Okay.
What about
He's good
the
looking.
RuPaul Drag Race contestants?
The
All right,
what?
so what was that? Because from my understanding, that was just an NFL commercial for the NFL playing during an NFL game. So I don't understand. Was it an introduction or what?
I don't know. I didn't see anything advertised. So.
I just saw a red room with a tranny trying to shove her head in a too small helmet. Well, thanks for the optics. Anything, Josh? Or Josh? Here, Sean.
I'm sorry, on what?
What's with the trannies?
Oh, it was a hummus commercial. And I don't know. I mean, besides them, I mean, if you could just ignore them and throw them to the side, the commercial wasn't terrible. But
Is that
Whatever.
why she said chickpeas?
Yes.
Oh, that's extra stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. What brand of hummus is that? I just need to write it down in case I ever feel like
Sabra.
eating hummus.
Yeah. The problem is it
That
is literally
won't be
the
it.
best commercially made hummus. It's really tasty for hummus. But yeah, I mean, okay, whatever.
I guess it's
I
time
got
to learn
corn.
how to make it
I
homemade.
make it myself.
It didn't make the list of the best top 10, I can tell you that. Although
Oh no.
the baby nut one did, which is retarded.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. It was cute. Uh, okay. Do y'all have an opinion on Bloomberg's dog commercial?
Um, no, I mean, I guess my opinion would be that it was a good commercial. Like that's what America needs more of. Is like instead of just throwing shit and going at people, something that can restore humanity or make somebody laugh or something. I thought it was innocent and it was it was okay. I mean, it didn't piss me off any.
Yeah, it was lighthearted. I could get with
Right,
it.
which is a nice change of pace for a political commercial.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm not voting for the guy no matter what, but okay.
I mean, I prefer
You
him
okay?
over Sanders any day, but you know.
I mean, the guy's an outrageous authoritarian.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Well, so is
no,
Sanders. You just won't admit it.
he knows
Yeah, he
better.
admits it.
Yeah, he knows better than you. Therefore, he's going to make you do what he thinks is better for you. So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just exactly what we need in a politician. Thanks, Dad.
So you want to transition on over to other politicians, i.e., Joe Biden?
What about him?
He's being creepy. Goddamn creepy Joe Biden. Creepy Uncle Joe. What the fuck, man?
Well, in fairness, I was like 23, and my grandma decided it would be hilarious to start gaslighting me. My grandma was very proper. Like, if you cuss in front of her, she'd cut you down. Like, you don't cuss. She's old school, so she believes cussing is a sign of ignorance. If you don't have the proper adjective to put in front of the word, and you just throw in fucking dog, instead of saying anything about the dog, whether it's a brindle dog, a yellow dog, a striped dog, or anything like that, it was a sign of low intelligence. And she would suggest we use our big words instead. Well, when I was what she deemed an adult, which was not 18 or 21, it was somewhere in the mid 20s, she started gaslighting me by just saying really gross things to me so that I would tell other people and they would shut me down. And for like a good 3-month period, every time she would kiss me goodbye or something, she'd aim for my face, like right for the freaking center of my face, not one of the cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd smile as she walked away from it because she was freaking gaslighting me for a good 6-month period.
Yeah.
But that was done in jest, not in front of 30,000 people.
Right, right. That's what I was going to say. I mean, my grandpa's starting to get into that phase now. He's in his late 70s, so he's being way too, into the personal boundaries thing, which is like, I mean, the guy's getting old. He's on his last leg, so I feel bad if I don't. But it's just kind of creepy at the same time. It's like, dude, don't do it in the fucking public. Good God. And he just needs to keep his hands to himself when it comes to other people.
He's touching everybody now.
Yeah,
That's
it ain't limited to kids no more. Nah. Okay,
So apparently,
but he put hands
Maria.
on somebody that he told to go vote for somebody else. But who was the other one?
Oh, from yesterday. I don't remember. It was just an example of Biden needing to be moved on, and his handlers can't handle him.
You mean
Thank you, enough, please. Thank you. Gotta go.
Yeah, where's the Rock Johnson? That's who we need to be his handler. Fucking move him along. Anyway,
There's pictures of the supporters for each caucus member, and Biden's got 3, Pete's got 3, Klobuchar's got 2, and Bernie's got a whole, I dare say, plethora of people.
There was 2 Post Malone commercials?
yeah, there was a Bud Light one, and then there was another one.
There's a Missy Elliott commercial. I like Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Ew.
She's got a lot of talent. She's an interesting character. I like her.
Yeah, I can't wait for her transition.
Speaking of, there was a Pop-Tarts commercial with that gay guy from Queer Eye, which...
I'm pretty sure that's all of Queer Eye. You're not narrowing it down much.
Right, well, okay, so one of the guys from Queer Eye, the long-haired one that is mincingly, insufferably gay. Again, that doesn't help either, does it?
You just described somebody as mincingly, so...
Yeah.
I'm thinking this is on you.
The Rick and Morty commercial was kind of funny.
That was good. I will admit.
I didn't see it.
Another Tide commercial.
What are you just watching them right now?
That was a Pringles commercial. My bad.
Yeah, going through the list here.
Just a typical Super Bowl card.
Yeah, just most of them were forgettable, honestly. Like the one with the Winona Ryder.
Did the sheriff from Stranger Things get any commercials? Or did he burn all his punching Trump credit with Hellboy?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing him.
I wouldn't be surprised if he voiced over something. He's got a pretty decent voice.
You know, for as insufferable as he is in his own personal politics, he's actually a fairly decent actor.
Is your man the kind of man who would climb the high?
That's Isaiah Mufasa.
Get off my horse.
You know, you're gonna get my YouTube video here demonetized with this shit in the background there, Garrick.
Just with that whistle alone.
Yep, pretty much.
Old Spice bringing down the hammer. The Kansas City Chiefs are standing around with a bunch of law enforcement officers playing with their guns.
How do we not have results yet? And who the hell is Deval Patrick?
Oh, that's shit. I'm brain farting here.
Oh, the Cheetos one wasn't too bad either, now that I think about it.
What?
Can't touch it?
According to this, Buttigieg wins.
Horseshit.
He had three people.
I don't understand. What is this? Yeah, according to this, he's got 886 votes to Bernie Sanders' 762. Biden only has 519. Same with Warren, and Klobuchar's down at under 500.
Oof.
Steyer, Yang, Bloomberg, Gabbard, Deval Patrick, Michael Bennett, again, who? John Delaney all have none.
Deval Patrick, that's Massachusetts governor after Romney.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize he was running.
I didn't think he was.
No, apparently he's on the ballot.
Oh, I thought he was like the host or something. I didn't know Deval Patrick was running. He's a colored feller, so he's got that going for him.
That is so weird. The first vote, Sanders won.
Yeah,
Biden.
well, that can't be allowed. We know he backs anytime a primary is called.
What?
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, so the Iowa Democrats will release vote totals from each round of the voting process. The Associated Press has reported some caucus alignment votes, but no figures for state delegate equivalents as of 40 minutes ago. Sanders won the first round with 1,644 votes, or 25.2%. But then the final vote has Buttigieg winning with 27.2% of the vote. It only has 886 votes. Not sure how that works. Biden not doing well. Warren soundly beating Biden. Same with Buttigieg.
I think it's rigged. They're just pulling their Hillary Clinton shindig. They're trying to oust him. What say you?
I don't understand how they do this. Fucking weird ass shit. And then who has votes tomorrow? New Hampshire and Nevada? I think they both have to vote tomorrow. Did I lose both of you? I don't think Sanders is going to win. And this butt gig out of nowhere seems really odd. I don't want to sign up, Times. I'm not paying you. You're shite. See what NBC has to say.
I'm telling you, they're just trying to out Sanders because he's a crazy commie.
This makes no sense, yeah.
Like this, there's like none. It's like really weird.
Well, we all know Bernie will sit back and take it, which is just the way he does things.
I'm not even sure what his end goal is, because, yeah, if he doesn't fight, he's not going to win. He's not going to win anyway, but, I mean, like, I don't get his end game at all. See, yeah, none of these are actual reports, though. Damn it.
Yeah, we have to trust like journalists' words for it and shit.
Well, even like this, like doesn't have any live results. It's just
Listen to this by Vanity Gupta. The physical and legal barriers built into the structure of the Caucasus leave out large swaths of the population, whether they are disabled, work long hours, or were once committed a crime. Or were once convicted of a crime, sorry. Yeah, if you're so stupid you do a felony because you did a felony, you ain't smart enough to vote.
Well, it's not even about stupidity, though. It's about you're not, following the rules. You're not going to follow the rules. You can't play the game. Period.
Well, I should have ousted frickin' Hillary by now. Just 15.7% of Iowa voting eligibility populations participated in the Iowa caucus in 2016. I don't care. That means dick to me.
like, where are those freaking results? This was just updated and nothing is reporting in. I'm like, how can you not report in? It's 11 o'clock there. No, it's not. It's
not even 10 o'clock here.
It is 10 o'clock there.
It's barely 10 o'clock here, so it's 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock there.
Sanders forecasted to win Iowa, New Hampshire, Nevada, and California. 538 says.
Yeah, but they've been wrong. Like they had one fluke in 2008, was it? And
sure was in 2016.
Yeah, they've been wrong ever since. So yeah, caucuses aren't like a primary where everybody just goes and casts their own vote and people tally. It's literally groups of people deciding to cast votes for delegates directly and like nominating delegates. Like people go in and say, I want to be a delegate for Bernie Sanders, vote for me, and I want to be a delegate for Joe Biden, vote for me. And you're not voting for the candidate, you're voting for their delegates, which is really weird.
Do they have any say in who's their delegate?
I believe so. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I don't live in Iowa.
Yeah, you can't just randomly volunteer for the position, right?
I have no idea how it works. Literally, I'd be talking out of my neck to say anything more than what I do know, which I've already done.
Okay.
Buttigieg and Warren tie, coin toss about to happen. And then the person comments, we should consider the possibility that the Iowa caucuses are stupid. Bear in mind, Hillary there were 6 coin tosses in the Iowa caucus for Hillary. She won all 6. The chances that are happening are like 1.6%.
You want to talk about rigged?
I
There
can
you go. We can all dig it.
Like, anytime there comes a tie, coin toss winner should get it. And that sets it for any further ties. If she won that one, then the other one goes to the loser. If there's another one, coin toss again. Winner gets it. Loser gets the second one. Not this 6 in a row coin toss nonsense. So what we're really waiting for is the state delegate equivalent. And this is all stupid until then. All right, the Iowa caucus winner chances by Nate Silver, who elected somebody like 12 years ago or some shit. Sanders has a 2 in 5 chance. Biden has a 1 in 3 chance. Buttigieg has a 1 in 7 chance. Warren a 1 in 10 chance, and Klobuchar a 1 in 40 chance.
What about Andrew Yang?
Not even on here, according to Nate Silver. Andrew Yang is winning Twitter on the day of the Iowa caucus. That doesn't really seem helpful, especially since Twitter is not in Iowa.
So with 2% of the precincts reporting, according to this, as of 10:06 Eastern time, so 3 minutes ago, Buttigieg is winning with 27.5% of the vote.
Well, maybe they finally heard that Michael J. Fox is supporting him.
Like,
Which,
how are you giving me these results on such a low amount of precincts reporting? That's ridiculous. Oh, but Trump's got it locked up on the GOP side.
Jennifer Rubin wrote May 13th, 2019, why Iowa is so important this time. Then she wrote on February 3rd, 2020, today, what good are the Iowa caucuses anyway? Oh, what difference a year makes. Yeah, it says here President Trump wins the Iowa caucus, Republicans caucus. Lucky him.
Go figure.
This is just stupid.
On a sidetrack, the Martin Scorsese Jonah Hill commercial was fucking retarded.
I don't care for Jonah Hill.
Talking about the Scorsese one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jonah Hill looks like he's like he needs to get some work again. He's not looking so hot.
Well, I think he realized that nobody wanted to hire a skinny Jonah Hill, so he's putting on weight again.
Yeah, but the facial hair ain't helping him either.
The what?
Facial hair.
Well,
Besides, you don't have to physically put on weight. You can just wear a fat suit.
Well, notice Seth Rogen's skinnied up and nobody's hiring him either.
I think it's just because they've seen their body of work.
That's fair. Yeah, it's kind of like James Franco. Has he done anything lately?
He certainly gets more work than his talent would lead you to believe.
Would warrant.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I said the same thing about Jared Leto, but he's still working. And he does really kooky fucking parts. He used to do like normal people.
Yeah, he's like the this generation's Crispin Glover.
Yeah, just talk to these 17 rats and give them all names. You're going to do great in this field.
Poet, I really think it depends on the movie. Because, hell, what was that one? This Is the End? That one was really funny. But then you go to Sausage Party, and that was just atrocious.
Well, it's like Pineapple Express. You either dig it completely or it's the most annoying movie ever made.
Yeah. I kind of dig it.
Yeah, see, to me, it's just irritating.
Rosie Perez just getting the shit kicked out of her was a little bit enjoyable for me.
Rush Limbaugh says he's got advanced lung cancer.
Yep. Respect.
Yeah, and apparently a memo went out because everyone's shitting on him for busting Michael J. Fox's chops about faking Parkinson's.
If
Man, I
he's
did
making
use some.
a good job.
I love me some Michael J. Fox movies.
Sure, Mighty Ducks, man. And then
That's Emilio Estevez.
I will fucking
What?
kill you.
oh man. What about Young Guns?
Emilio Estevez.
God damn it.
God damn it.
I love getting under his skin.
One more chance. Just say greedy. You got one fucking chance.
Fine. Back to the Future.
Thanks. Oh, way to go.
You're welcome.
Secret of my success.
Well, what's that thing I like Michael J. Fox in? Was it Emilio Estevez show? No, it's the Michael J. Fox show, motherfucker.
I think you're thinking of Family Ties.
Mm.
I love me some
yeah.
Burt Gummer. No, I loved.
Poet, I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched Doc Hollywood in over 20 years, so it wouldn't have come to mind.
Oh no, I loved it.
Teen Wolf. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, Teen Wolf. He was Stuart Little.
Oh yeah.
I love Spin City. He was Chance in both the Homeward Bounds. Was he in Mars Attacks or was that? No, I think in Matthew Broderick. No, it's Michael J. Fox.
Well, they both might have been in that one. That was one of those ones where everybody kind of had a cameo.
Yeah. One of my favorite movies ever, and it had Michael J. Fox in it, was, and I hate it because it's directed by Rob Reiner, and it's got Martin Sheen, An American President. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it's like that cast. Whew. Michael Douglas, all right, and that Benning, all right. But then you got Martin Sheen, Michael J. Fox, David Paymer, Richard Dreyfuss doing his best to channel Dick Cheney as Senator Brumson.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua Malina did a really good job. He held his own. John Mahoney. That was a really good cast. But Greedy is probably one of my favorite Michael J. Fox movies. It's about a really rich, he's like a great uncle or something like that. But it's very 80s to me because it reminds me of that time when like Brewster's Millions came out and like the toy. And it's just somehow everyone was fucking with oh damn it, who was in the toy? Richard Pryor. It's like, we're gonna give you millions of dollars, but here's the trick. Like, oh, my son wants a toy, so we're gonna give you millions of dollars, but here's the trick. The Frighteners was really good too, Steven. I don't know if he shows his butt in Greedy. I do not remember a butt scene. I remember Phil Hartman getting choked out scene. But
Joe
yeah,
Biden stopped by a campaign field office in Des Moines with pizza boxes in hand ahead of the Iowa caucuses Monday.
And he touched every single slice.
Might have licked it. You gotta be careful. Certainly sniffed it.
Do you guys remember The Hard Way?
The what?
Michael J. Fox and James Woods.
Yeah, I was watching that a couple months ago. That's pretty good.
James Woods is this like hard-boiled detective, and he gets teamed up with Michael J. Fox, who's a star, like an actor, doing research for a role.
Yeah. He's doing research, quote unquote.
It's got LL Cool J playing a gang member.
Who was the bad guy in that one again?
Stephen Lang.
Yeah. There you go. I knew he looked familiar. I was trying to think of it. They wanted him to play Cable. He lost that role.
Did they? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, crucial question. Is the impeachment over? Can we move on to, normal?
They have
I'm not sure if
closing
Alex
arguments,
is being mean
but they still have to vote.
I'm not sure if Alex is being mean to me or if she just doesn't know the Twitter story.
What you talking about?
Yes.
She asked if James Wood is still on Twitter.
Oh, no, she probably doesn't know the story.
I don't know. I'm blocked.
No, James Wood is not still on Twitter because he's telling him to kick rocks for what they did to him.
I don't blame him.
So that should hurt less, Jay.
Yeah. But go ahead and tell the story anyway. It's so good.
It's not really good. It's just James Woods was he was doing one of his he's a big poker player, he's a celebrity poker tournament, and he tipped the dealer $1,000 casino chip. And I gave him shit for it, not realizing that he tipped the dealer $1,000, and that basically meant instead of $25,000 going to the charity, $24,000 was going to a charity. So I said, I called him like a silver-haired fox or something like that, and said, it's a really badass move. Unfortunately, you just, gave away $1,000 that would have been going to charity. But what James Wood also did was he wrote a matching check for the charity for $26,000, covering the $1,000 token and doubling the winnings to go into charity. And he kicked me from his page for that. I got the block from James Woods because I'm a dick.
Yeah, you are. Oh, also, Alex, if you want to tease him, he's big gay for Dean Cain.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, you are. Don't even play.
Yeah.
We're surviving. Fingers can't survive not getting first place, Iowa. We're going to survive all the way through this whole thing.
Last year, Dean Cain, he had his he takes his Christmas tree down the week after Super Bowl, like that week it gets taken down, and he says, "I never pack up the tree before the Super Bowl." I'm like, Dean, you played for the Bills. You should be used to packing it up way before the Super Bowl.
Do you still do that thing with him, or is that over and done? Because I've seen you done it 2 times in a row in a year.
I make comments still. They usually get well received. Usually.
Leave you on red, huh?
Sometimes. Gotta keep it close to the vest. I don't know how many more Twitters I can make before they'll stop letting me back. You know who I got in the biggest spat with for celebrities is God, what's his name? Nick. He played Art on Justified.
Oh,
Nick,
the writer.
Nick Searcy.
Yeah, Nick
Searcy. This is like the show was still on the air at the time this happened, but Nick Searcy made a comment to Kevin Hall, big fucking wrestler Kevin Hall, and I was on Nick Searcy's side, but I ended up making a comment, and Nick Searcy came back at me and started a fight, and like we shot at each other for like a good 6 or 7 replies each way. And then I was like, okay, he went, I'm done. And I went back to my own Facebook page and I posted, I just had fucking art from Justified jump down my throat, and I was agreeing with him the whole time. And then he came back to my page, like he followed my ass back to my page, and commented on it about how hilarious it'll be to everybody else who was watching. I was like, well, thanks for that. Meanwhile, you're yelling at me, and I don't appreciate that shit. What was the spat about? Steven says my biggest Twitter spat was with Tracy Thomas.
Is it Thomas or Tom's?
Tom's. He that E is extra.
I bet it is.
Mm-hmm. He's talking about the actress from Rent.
I never saw it.
She's a black girl. She's in Rent, Death Proof, Devil Wears Prada, I think.
Okay. Yeah, a little too gay for my taste. Same reason I don't watch Brokeback Mountain.
Rent was super gay, but it's a great musical.
Oh, another reason I won't watch musicals. Fucking
Don't forget to go fuck yourself on the way out.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if most of the cast did that, besides for Anthony Rapp, who was warning everybody about Kevin Spacey.
Okay, I still think it's freaky as fuck that he put out that Christmas message about killing him with kindness, and then 24 hours later, one of his accusers was dead.
Kindness is the name of his hitman.
Fair enough.
That wasn't a nod while he was drinking. That was the go ahead.
So I guess we're not going to get results until way late in the evening or tomorrow.
Well, thank God this is a professional show.
No kidding. I
Just
don't know
what I
how
do
it is.
in between my emails of confessing my love for Dean Cain.
It's just because you have an Asian fetish. It's all right.
I have a half Asian fetish, and he fits the bill nicely. Just him and roaming, and what's the other half of Lenny Kravitz? Jewish and what now?
Zoe Kravitz?
I said Lenny. Did I say Lenny or did I say Kravitz? Anyway, he's black. That's the other half. Last time I sang karaoke on Rent, the DJ such a faggot about it. I sang the movie and not Broadway version. Wow, that's what song did you sing? Him and roaming and Steam was up there twerking to La Vie Boheme.
I don't see Steven as a Rent sort of guy. I see more of him as a Hair kind of guy.
It's a good one. Possibly Cats before they ruined it. I was never a big Cats fan. Oh, out tonight. Seasons of Love is a great song. That's just, you need too many freaking people to sing it.
Joaquin Phoenix shows that he is indeed a nut job, like we didn't already know.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to go with Hair, but you're right. Hairspray is kind of up there.
I'm a big Andrew Lloyd Webber fan, so Cats does it for me.
Ouch.
What else we got? We can get the hell out of here. I'm fine with that too. We can go into my bitching about Alien and Aliens for the next several minutes, but
what about it?
I really didn't have anything. I watched them yesterday, but somebody was talking about facing xenomorphs against other creatures. And I'm like, it only works in very specific circumstances. The whole scariness of the alien is acid blood. You cannot kill an alien on a spaceship. You put them on Earth, you shoot the fuck out of them. They're not bulletproof. You can kill an alien relatively easily with a gun. A shotgun will fuck up an alien as a xenomorph. So you can't have a zombie apocalypse like you would an alien, a xenomorph apocalypse.
Oh my god, this is a fucking shitstorm.
Most of my Facebook experiences are.
No, I just was reading an article. Okay. So let me just read it verbatim and we can kibitz upon it afterwards. New York. Deborah A. Batts, the nation's first openly gay federal judge, has died. She was 72. Batts was found dead on Monday, 3 months before she was set to preside over a trial of California lawyer Michael Avenatti on charges that he cheated porn star Stormy Daniels, a former client, of proceeds of a book deal. No cause of death was immediately released.
That's ridiculous.
We live in a cartoon world, and that's part and parcel and proof of it. All right, so back to the xenomorph. Yes, you shoot the shit out of them.
Yeah, but the scariness of them, it revolves around them being in space. In that instance, in one, they were in space in a spaceship. You can't use a weapon because you puncture him, it bleeds. There's a whole 3 minutes of the plot just devoted to that. In two, the first interaction with them, they were around the cooling towers, so you couldn't fire your guns into the cooling towers. But Ripley fucked them up all by herself. She killed 30 of them just by duct taping guns together, which you can't do because ejection ports are a thing. And in the third one, they didn't have guns.
I told her she owed you one.
And in the fourth one, it was a numbers issue. So, yeah, xenomorphs are not invincible. You can fuck them up. Plus, the turnaround is ridiculous. A zombie bites someone, they die, they turn. Takes all of several minutes, usually because they bleed out, or a couple hours if it's an infection and they get shot and they don't kill anybody, or they kill a family member or whatever, depending on how early it is. A xenomorph has to take you, disable you, drag you back to the queen a face hugger has to attach to you. Then you have to incubate the face hugger until a xenomorph pops out of your chest and then grows to full size. There would be no alien apocalypse. This has been a nightmare week for you liberals. First, your impeachment hoax fails, and now your 49ers are crushed by a team from Trump's state. Yeah, it's fair enough, man.
Okay, so this was a point of contention on the stream last night. Apparently, Trump put out a tweet saying that he was congratulating Kansas for winning the Super Bowl. Not Missouri, Kansas. Now,
did he say Kansas?
Yes.
Oh.
To his credit, there is a Kansas City, Kansas.
It is the same city as Kansas City, Missouri.
It's
Yes, it's
the other side of the lake,
one big city that crosses the river into two states. So yes, there is a Kansas City, Kansas. The Chiefs do play in Missouri, and most of Kansas City is in Missouri.
Kansas City.
Yeah, he congratulated the state of Kansas, when really the majority of Chiefs fans are Missourians. Because the bigger part of the city.
Because Kansas has another team.
No, Kansas has no teams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one of those things that it's one of those facepalm moments where you're like, God damn it, Trump, shut up. Because we all know what he meant, but the fact that he doesn't know that the majority of Kansas City is, in fact, in Missouri is problematic.
I don't think anybody gives a flying fuck about that.
But it came up on the show last night. I had to time people out for, going hard on it. I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's the same city, and yes, it is in Kansas as well as Missouri.
Well, and from what I've been told, the memes that came out of it were pretty good. So,
Alex says Buttigieg got 24%, Sanders 20%, 18% to Warren, 16% to Biden. Not a final tally, just what MSNBC is showing.
Right, but that's like 2% of the precincts reporting. So there's like a bunch left to go.
Obama did say states or territories.
They're still not 57. Wrong. Yeah, I was going to say they're still not 57.
Yeah, but I want to give the full context. I'm one of these huge fans of if you really despise somebody, do not lie about them because it'll get used against you. And so I try to make it as clear as possible how awful somebody is by giving them their full credit. So it's not like he did say 57 states and territories. Still not 57. So yeah, fucking wrong. But I want to give full, like, he gets a couple more, so he's not off by as many as we think, but he's still off.
Yeah, he's not off by 7. He's off by like 3. He's still off.
Yeah, I mean, we got Guam, we got American Samoa, and we got the Virgin Islands,
Puerto Rico,
and Puerto Rico. So he's off by 3.
And technically, you can maybe count DC because it's not a state; it's a federal district. It's not a territory either, but it's its own federal district and not part of a state.
Yeah, that kills me because they're claiming Trump said like 12,000 lies in his 3 years of presidency. I'm like, what do you think saved or created jobs is? Like, that is clearly, that's more of a lie than mile-high burgers. Like, we understand, like, hyperbole is one thing, but smearing and hyperbole and lies, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I mean, the pedantry around, fact-checking people's statements and lies is just beyond me. It's just...
Yeah.
It just pisses me off.
Donald Trump said we have the best teachers. That is false. My 5th grade teacher fell asleep 3 times. Month. Your 5th grade teacher was 71 years old. She should have retired. Was that Terry McAuliffe who said 98 million people die of guns every day? I think it was Terry McAuliffe.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't remember who said that, but yeah, that was a ridiculous one too. Well, it's kind of like the representative who was worried that Guam was going to tip over.
Hank Johnson. Hank Johnson thought Guam was going to tip over if you brought too many Marines on. If you park the boat and all the Marines get off, Guam might tip over.
It's not how islands work, but okay.
Are you thinking of atolls? Because those aren't a thing really either. I mean, they're still base to those things. I learned atolls from a Shark Attack movie. They just kept talking about atolls. I'm like, what the fuck is an atoll? I'm going to Google it. I'm like, oh, it's a small outcropping of volcanic. How about that? That's a thing. Oh.
So awesome that they named a swimsuit after it.
The atoll swimsuit?
No, the bikini.
Bikini is an atoll?
Yes. Famous because we let off a really big nuke there.
I don't misspeak, I just lie. For instance, Obama was a great president. Boom! That was a lie. Quick, somebody fact check me. What else we got from just real quick?
What's this I hear about Michelle Obama throwing her name in the race?
I didn't hear about Michael running for office.
We're gonna need a physical.
How about just a DNA?
Healthcare.
Yeah.
Healthcare is a top issue for Iowa caucus goers.
Right.
Manchin calls for censoring Trump over pressuring Ukraine to investigate domestic political rival.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the Kung flu.
Hmm?
We haven't talked about the Kung flu.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
Don't touch your face.
Yeah.
Don't touch your face.
For that beard and mustache. They itch. And worse, they get shit stuck in them. Interesting conspiracy theory that's going around is that they intentionally released it for the Hong Kong protests. What do you guys think?
They picked the wrong city to release it in.
I made it there.
They picked the wrong state. You know, China's a country. It's nowhere close. I mean, fuck it. If it works, it works. But I don't know.
I would suggest watching Neo's videos on it, the Neo Unrealist videos on it. He's done a good job the last couple of days with those.
But just watch every other one. He's been putting out a lot.
Yeah, well, again, I think that a lot of it is not that it's not important to cover, but both him and Styx are leaning real heavy into the fear mongering about the pandemic. And while if you're Chinese or have family in China, it's something to be concerned about. I don't think it's the worldwide pandemic that everybody's squawking about. It's like how Ebola was and is still a major thing, but it doesn't affect Westerners that much. So,
Yeah. Did you see the Babylon Bee article? I think it was Babylon Bee. First reported case of coronavirus in the U.S. turned out to be just a hangover.
boo.
Oh, come on.
That's as bad as my going with Lyme disease thing.
Nothing's that bad. Neo Unrealist. Just all one word. Neoun Realist.
I'll even help you out here. Let's go to favorites here.
Yeah. It would literally take me like 6 minutes to bring his page up and copy and paste it.
Subs. Okay, where's Neo? There he is.
Fucker still doesn't give me a wrench.
I think he gave me one.
Son of a bitch.
But I never make his freaking debuts or live streams.
Yeah, he had 2 of them this week, and like both times I was at home, and I'm like, I'm well, Sean. Okay, I'm not gonna warn you. Those live premiere events are kind of bullshit. Like, I don't think he's actually like around. Like, he just has like a timed responses, because like sometimes they're like on point, like where he's talking about like a subject and he posts, and like others he'll be like 30 seconds early or late, and he doesn't like really respond to anybody. I'm like, that's this shit, huh? Oh, speaking of, I think I got the 5-minute timeout on the last Motherland live stream.
Does she know it's you?
There's 2 of them, and I think it's the other chick who timed me out, because this chick's like, be respectful. And I'm like, yeah, it's about time we start talking about vaginas. Be respectful. I'm like, 1, fuck you. 2, I'll say whatever I want. And then I couldn't respond. And I was like, I think I got timed out.
I'll be honest, I haven't been watching them.
Well, the other chick is boring, so yeah, it's not worth it.
I remember when she first came around when Peterson was big. I watched her channel. He was interesting.
Yeah. Told me to fuck off.
Give it a minute. It'll get there.
Not that I'm not known for that.
Oh, no. You have a well-earned reputation.
The problem is our girl's trying to turn normie and make a different career for herself, and then you got J Fry in there tossing this.
Just, she's that he's that nagging thing that makes you an addict again.
I mean,
dude, I sat through 10 minutes of pregnant women talking about counting their micro and macros.
Yeah, I'm glad I haven't watched the show yet.
Yeah, so you can count me for some fucking slack. Apparently, it's not for dudes anyway.
Which is fine. I mean, and they're going to obsess about what's going on with them and their bodies and being new mothers and everything, and that's fine. I've been a father, so let them discover what they're going to discover and kibitz about what they're going to kibitz about, and get back to me when you're on number 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a couple of years from now, and then you'll have something to talk about.
Come back to me when you've milked a cat.
Ew.
Pretty sure you can milk anything with nipples.
This is true.
Doesn't mean you should.
Including almonds.
If I was in charge of there's a carnivore Facebook group, and if I was in charge of it, I would pretty much kick anybody who would ask me about, like, all right, like there's certain things where I'll kind of cut some slack, like if you want to ask about honey, no, you can't have honey even though it's made by bees, because it's the same thing as like cookies are made by people. You can't have fucking cookies.
Well, I mean,
made by
it's not like
bees.
people
No.
walk around vomiting up cookies. Honey is bee
Still.
vomit.
Applesauce, then.
If you
They
eat
do
enough,
vomit up
you'll
applesauce.
vomit it back up.
You eat enough apples, you will create applesauce.
This is true.
Good night, Alex.
Night, Alex. But
Peace out.
like I understand like the question of avocados, because there's a lot of stuff out there about avocados. Mushrooms are another one because mushrooms are not a plant. Excuse me,
Speaking of
burp, but they're not.
avocados, that goes back to the Super Bowl commercials. There was a Molly Ringwald commercial for avocados from Mexico during the Super Bowl. It was nice to see Molly again.
She's I don't know, but she's got a TV show right now.
Does she?
I believe so. I was listening to this audiobook with John Cena, and I was like, who the hell is this chick I'm listening to? And it ended up being Anna Klumsky from My Girl. I was like, holy shit! This is Anna Klumsky?
Hey, that ties into the bee thing.
Ow. Oh!
How? Really?
I just got that. How's that?
I have a feeling this is before my time because it's definitely over my head.
Have you not
Oh,
seen
yeah.
My Girl?
He's young.
That's true.
Yeah, she's in Riverdale playing Mary Andrews.
Yeah, I don't watch that show, so that would be why I didn't know that. But okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see her getting work again.
Yeah, I saw her in Siberia with Keanu Reeves. Took me a minute. Bees. No, I'm sad. Liberty Hangout says, judging from the halftime show, the NFL must think the Super Bowl is in Mexico. Somebody said, what if I told you neither artist is Mexican then? Liberty Hangout responds, I'd ask why they were singing in Mexican then.
Ouch. What I thought was odd is that Pitbull did not even make an appearance at the Super Bowl in Miami.
That's a good question. Where was it this year? I don't even know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Miami.
Really?
No, we're lying.
I wouldn't put it past.
Apparently it was in Des Moines.
I very well could be. I had no fucking clue what was. I didn't pay attention to shit.
Yeah, it was in Miami.
Okie dokie. Shows you how many fucks I gave about it.
Des Moines precinct number 80. Bernie's group had 101 people. Pete's group had 66 people. Bernie and Pete ended up tying at 4 delegates following a coin toss. This is democracy. Babylon B. Halftime show reduces risk of wardrobe malfunctions by eliminating most of wardrobe.
Fact check true.
Yeah, fact check true.
And I'm okay with it.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. It's not a democracy anymore. If you believe CNN, it's a constitutional monarchy.
I don't know if I buy all that shit.
Yeah, they're full of shit. I'm not going to argue that. But I mean, it's still.
I mean,
entertaining.
the thing is, it's the exact same thing that the right was saying under Obama, and the right was more correct. Obama was treating himself more like a frickin' monarch than Trump ever has. How many executive orders did we have under Obama, and how many have we had under Trump?
Excuse me. Just because you name your son Baron doesn't mean you get to make him a Baron. Okay.
Okay. Meanwhile,
just because
the royals are moving to Canada and renouncing their titles.
They're moving to Canada?
Yes.
Good luck with that. You're going to be broke as fuck and your fucking grandma's on the money. That's going to suck.
Yeah, no more suckling at the government teat for him. Or her.
He'll just pawn some of Granny's jewels and he'll be fine.
She does. I mean, she's got a couple $1 billion.
Yeah, they are still an independently wealthy family. Don't make any mistakes.
And they're going to start some sort of charity where the money's just going to flow in.
Oh, it'd be like the Clinton Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
You may have heard my eye roll there.
Whatever the Biden Foundation is. Maybe that's what we're talking about here. I think it's kind of like literally people are celebrating Rush Limbaugh diagnosed with lung cancer. That's got to be like compared to like us already believing that Ruth's dead. We don't hope she dies, but yeah, we're pretty sure she's dead already.
I mean, I don't hope she's going to die, but I'm certainly going to celebrate when she does.
That's terrible. Just have her back down. Spend the rest of her time with her family. She got any kids? I don't care. All right, I'm done here. This is we're not getting anything out of Iowa, and
yeah, not in any timely fashion, that's for damn sure. Although Buttigieg seems to be doing a lot better than anybody anticipated. I mean, that's really the only takeaway here. But when the old white guys are pretty much intolerable, and the one woman candidate that's even a contender is a fucking liar, you get what you get.
word.
Speaking
I
of
play
word,
Florida on the ballot.
the Cheetos commercial with MC Hammer. You see that one?
No, but if there was going to be a can't touch this commercial, it would be with Cheeto dust on your fingers.
It was. It was pretty good. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Apparently,
I will
there
end
was
up
one.
watching tomorrow.
Can't touch this.
All right, send a hangout link on one down and sending it over on the twatter.
Okay. Tell me when to hit the button.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Hit the button.